Good evening, friends, and welcome to Madison Street United Methodist Church. My name's Jared Wilson. I'm one of the pastors here. We are thrilled to have you with us here tonight for this wonderful Masterclass. Just a couple of housekeeping items. If you need a restroom while you're here, those are going to be located through those double doors to your left. And if you're coming back to the concert tomorrow night, which we hope that you are, we're going to encourage you. We're expecting a big crowd tomorrow night. We're going to encourage you, unless you have accessibility needs, we're going to encourage you to park in our parking lot across the street and enter in through the main front entrance of the sanctuary. That'll just help the traffic flow a little bit, so if you're able to do that, we appreciate it. It's been an interesting day, friends. I was telling some of you as you arrived, if you are hosting an organ concert, today would not be a day that you would want to experience when your guest organist comes to you and says, "The organ's doing something strange." So, to make a long story short, after a frantic call to our technicians and a couple of hours on the phone with the Walker Technical Company who has installed the combination action software for our organ, we think that we have a corrupted memory file in memory bank 21, and we think we can work around it. I asked them to give me as much assurance as possible that that wasn't going to spread into other memory banks, and they said, we don't think it will. So if you are a person of faith and you would like to offer a prayer for our organ to make it through tomorrow, or possibly conduct an exorcism for it, any of those things would be welcome tonight. We're going to hope that everything stays as it is. It's been functioning fine later this evening, so we're going to keep our fingers crossed that everything goes well. Again, it's great to have you here tonight. We have three players playing. Sarah Gebhardt, who is a first-year student of Dr. Jonathan Rudy, the Cantor at Grace Lutheran Church here in Clarksville. We have Gayle Sullivan, who's the director of music at Belmont United Methodist Church in Nashville, and Nickell, who is the associate director of music and organist at Westminster Presbyterian in Nashville. And we're going to begin with Sarah, and as she makes her way to the organ, I'm going to encourage you to help me welcome Olivier Latry.
So, thank you for being here tonight. So, do you like my French accent with the mic? So that's fine, good. So we spend 1.5 hours or more with music. It's nice, and we'll start with the G minor Prelude Fugue. How long have you played the organ?
About 8 months.
Ah, okay, great.
Almost a year.
Okay, great. And this is not your first organ piece. You have played all the things before.
I've played F major before.
Okay, all right. This is usually we all started with the F major or the G minor, I think. How many people have played that as a first piece? How many people have played that on the first year? Yeah, welcome to the club. Thank you. I was not sure if you were playing the fugue or not. Okay, so that's why I just came a bit late. Okay, so where is your registration? Good. Okay. All right. Let me see what you have. You know what? We could try to do that on 2 menu rolls. You have 3, at least you can use 2. Let's try, you know what, you start on here as you did, and then because I think I didn't hear that enough, you try to play. Just to reinforce a little bit the right hand, and then we'll see what happens. The tempo is fine. So maybe we'll try to make some more articulations at some point. We'll see what happens. Can you start again?
Just so I understand, you need to move down
To the great, to the first manual here, to the right hand. Okay, just here, because you play everything really regular, I think you can take just more time on the harmonies, on the chords, you know? Just, can you play the pedal for me? Just here, just. And you could do all the same. A bit. Of course, not all the time. If you do that all the time, it would be very boring. So maybe the 2 first time and then Margaret. You know, what is very interesting in music is everything which is not normal. So this is a normal chord. This is a normal chord. This is a normal chord. But this one is not totally normal. So I think you should enjoy that note a little bit more. One more from the beginning. Okay, now look what happens here. You see that you have this 8th rest before that, but you have the same element on the left hand. I think we need that break here. Just to hear this element coming, like an announcement of the right hand. Maybe here. Yeah, once more.
Do you want me to play the A or just kind of?
Oh, of course you will play it, of course. But you will wait after the A. Now wait. La. Yeah. Can you make a bigger break? La, da. Like if you wanted, you know, if you were singing this after this big G, you know, so la, da, just this time. So can you breathe on the same time? Et ben voilà. Yeah, and you can see that because this line starts on the second 8th note, da 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 di da 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 da. I think you should do the same thing here. La da di da do da di da do. So directly here. Do si do. And of course here. Yeah, don't be afraid to leave the manual, because you still play that two legato for me. Tam ti de di ti. So once more. Ti do. Okay, so the music changed a little bit. It changes every 4 bars, as we can see here. And you could make something a bit different also, ta da do ta, especially wait on the first la ta do ta ta. Once more. And do not forget to leave the hand. Stay, chi. So I'm glad that you played that trill this time with the upper note, because you didn't do that before. You started on the C. I think it's better to start on the upper note. It was normal at that time. Once more. To, tin, tim. Yes. So, and you can do the same here. Ta-da-dum, ti, with the upper note. No. Repeat the F. And now, you will come back on the second manual here. Once more. Ta-da-dum, ti. So, can you do the same thing for this trill here? Do de tim, play the upper note, tom tom. Don't be afraid to wait, even more than that. You know, it's a. Do you play for the mass sometimes? Because this is a good, good place, good piece to play for that. You know, you can see if it's finished, you can stop there. Actually, this is the way. The piece ends there. Of course, it will be a bit strange. So you have to look. Are they there? Oh, not there. So one more bar to play. But try to make this like these last 2 bars did not exist. So you are really finishing on this G, low G. Do, re, tin, ti. No. Ti, ta, to, ta, ti, te, to, te, to. What is wrong? No? Yes, but not only. Yes. Yes. don't play too short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 8, 3. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you see the way. Okay, thank you. I personally love this idea of having this music where you can just stop everywhere, you know, a little bit like the Toccata by Frescobaldi, for example. When you play this music, you can just, okay, it's not there, okay, let's go a bit further. And that was made for it, so not in Prélude, Fugue sur Alain. We'll see what happens. Yes. I don't know yet.
Okay. Me neither. Feel free to stop me at piston changes. That would be nice.
Okay. Do you manage the piston yourself? Yeah. Oh, great. Okay. And also the pages, or you can? Oh, good. So I can just listen. Great. Thank you. Thank you. Finally, I'm here. Okay, good job. So why, question first, why did you change the solo between here and the first time? It was not the same thing, right? Was it?
It was different. I don't know.
Yeah.
I needed manuals that are next to each other.
Okay.
Here, and I needed them here.
Uh-huh.
Because I could have transferred.
Yes, probably. Yeah, because it's very important to have the same sound there. And so with Duruflé, it's always a problem. Duruflé it's tricky to play, and to make the registration, it's tricky on any point. And we always have to think to three different points. First, of course, the organ, because we play on the organ. Then to make that clear, and for the registration also. But we have also to think about the touch of the piano, especially the piano by Ravel, which was what Duruflé heard and played himself. And so it's important to try to find, the same kind of touch that you would use in the, for example, or that kind of music, not that kind of registration. And also, of course, the orchestra. And just to figure out how we can make a real drama and go forward in this drama, just to be sure that everything will be new each time. So we have to be sure, for example, that the celeste will be at the right place and not all the time, etc., etc. Because this is really important in terms of like a good movie, in a good movie, you want all the images that we have are just selected exactly the way they have to be, just to follow this drama. So this is what we need to hear also in this music. So we'll try to speak about all of that first. Can you just play the beginning, and now we'll stop you all the time. So I just would like to, I told you I will stop you all the time. It's not easy, I know, but if you play too much on the bottom of the key, then it will be a bit too legato. Of course, it's more difficult to play that way, but this is what you would do, for example, when I was speaking about Ravel, but this piece. It's that kind of touch that we should find, or I don't know, Jodot, or any kind of thing. It's not the touch that you would use, for example, on the piano with Rachmaninoff or I don't know, some German music like Brahms. You just need to, But no, it is, or Liszt. Liszt is different because sometimes you have just to break the piano. But well, can you just try the right hand alone? Yeah, it's already better. It's much better, but it's not that comfortable. I know. We are just like this, It's like a dancer, a woman with on the heels like that. You have to play like this. So can you try again? Yeah, for example. And then you will have to listen all notes, because this is our job as an organist, just to know, for example, this note is, I don't know if you hear it a bit louder, but here it is louder. So we'll have to play it a bit softer to make it, just to avoid the sound a little bit. Yeah. With the left hand now. So the same thing with the left hand. Not too much. I'm glad because you play note that at the bottom of the key, you play faster. And that's great. We are now almost on the tempo written by Duruflé.
Yeah, so let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Is he serious?
Of course he is serious. Of course. Yeah. But and when you listen to Madame Duruflé, it's even faster, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's it's absolutely serious. Like Dupré and all of that. Yeah. But especially for Duruflé. Duruflé was so, precise in any points that you really have to follow this. But I think it will be easier if you play that way, just more lighter. Yeah. Everybody agrees. Still. Okay, so this is a very important thing here. You have this C on the left hand, which just lands on the next chord. It's very important not to make a break here. When I was speaking about the orchestra, this is one of the examples, that would be played, for example, with a horn or something like this, or horn and maybe some cello, I don't know, we can imagine different things here. But for sure, the orchestra would make us, especially with the cello, you have the, you'll go with some kind of nuance and crescendo to this B. And I think it's very important that you hear this crescendo yourself. Not only play this note legato to the B, but also to hear this crescendo. And it will sound like a crescendo. Listen. No, don't make a break. Do, yes.
No break here.
Here. Yeah, just one more just to be comfortable. Did you hear the crescendo? Yeah. Yeah, there's also something here. Of course, it's just some kind of details, but it's those details are so important with Duruflé. That was very nice to have that kind of a strict and regular pulse. But when you arrive here, try to make just this chord weight a little bit more. And then the result will be exactly the opposite that what we had before. That's your foot. If you play, okay, the chord will be here, just big. If you make it weighting, it will be a bit like son filet. I don't know the name for that in English, but when the string will do and crescendo. Did you hear it? Mm-hmm. Good. Did you hear it? Good. Even more. Yeah. What you have to do for that is several things. Wait. And then you will make also a small decrescendo on this note.
So you're breaking after.
Yes. Yeah, but try to be more gentle with the chord afterwards. Yes! The first time was better. Once more. Yes! Did you hear the difference each time? You see, it's really in the details, but you have to change small things to make the music totally different. And Duruflé is just full of details like that everywhere. It's a bit like a rose window, you know? You have a lot of colors everywhere, but you just see one rose window. So just replace the colors by the details. Allez, once more, tagadadigadito, and then go further. Great. Okay, so I don't like that sound because we do not hear the celeste anymore because the diapason is too big. Now we hear. It's even better. We need to hear those strings coming here. So now something in this left hand. It's very interesting to see in this score, that you have slurs on the left hand. And usually people make the breaks when there is a new slur. But this is French music. French music means legato absolu, absolute legato. So, and of course the question is, but why is there slur? Well.
Why is it so?
Yes. Why?
Because this is separated and it kind of provides some continuity.
It's just a question of musical line, musical sense. But we have to imagine another way to make that slur, but without breaking. If you break, you are an organist. If you make something else, you are a musician.
What was I doing?
So, without breaking. So you can make and that will help. And we will hear the slur. Let's try. Don't break the right hand on the right on the same way. Once more. Yeah, once more here. No, don't break. Don't break the left hand.
Oh, I thought you were saying to break the left hand.
No. Don't break the left hand. Don't break the right hand. Don't break nothing.
Don't break them.
Anything. Don't break anything. Yes. Okay, now the last thing. Can you make the pedal more pids? Shum, pum, pum. Arco, bo. Okay. So just, it's very interesting in that page, because I told you that the slurs are not made to be heard, not on the way we think. Thank you for being a musician. So it's, you can see that here we have the break and also a comma. And in that case, we will have, of course, to break, because the comma is the sign to make the break, but not before. And this is something normal in French music. The best example would be the Carillon de Westminster. If you look at the right hand, slur, slur, slur. Well, anyway. Nobody plays that like that. You have always to follow, of course. I would say for Vierne it's also a bit different. Sometimes it's for the musical sense, sometimes, like here in the Carillon de Westminster, is just to make the score more beautiful to see. You know, like if you put you hang some paintings on the wall, okay, that make the wall more beautiful to see. So the same thing for the music. If you put those slurs and everything, the music had to have a lot of information everywhere at that time. Bon, that's it. Okay, so let's go to the second part. Yes. I felt this solo a little bit small. So I don't know what else we can... Can you open it there? Ah, it's already better. Yeah. It's, you know, a cornet on a French organ, it's like a chromorne. It's just big like this. So it's not possible to have something coming from far away. And more that, the mode which is used is totally different. At the beginning, you had the A mode. On D, sorry. And now it should be the relative with the F mode, which is almost a mode, always a mode with a lot of joy. There's also a proof with Ravel. So when we speak about Duruflé, we always speak about Debussy and Ravel, of course. And I don't know if you know the three les chansons by Ravel, but there is the one which is just making this and then the same kind of joy with this mode, the F mode. And so be joyful. And you can see that even the left hand is different. It's not a... a small detail, but all the details are very important with Duruflé. Yeah. Yeah, keep the tempo. It's very important not to slow down here. Did you open the box? Okay, yeah. It's very important to keep the tempo because it is more joyful. If you play something slower, then you will go on something more expressive. It's not the way to be expressive there. The expression is somewhere else, you know, and the model for this piece, of course, would be Dupré. It's just exactly the same way of thinking. You know, those pieces belong to the same family. And you have to make this... we don't know where the music and the expression is in that piece by Dupré also. Is it there? On the pedal? Or here? So, you know, everything is just almost everywhere, but with just subtle things which make the change. And we have to make the change here just by the fact that it is this mode, and then we have the cornet, so new sound for the drummer, for the image of the movie. Allez. Mi. Yam te ta di da da. Yeah, can you play legato the legato this line that you will heard here afterwards? He do si la sol fa ta di. This is like all the cello are coming there, just there. Te do si la. Yeah, of course you have to make a substitution. So maybe for later. Do si la sol fa fa mi. So I was telling you that the drama is very important and the color is very important. There is no celeste here. The celeste is just for this, you know, this carpet. When you play that, it's not the same thing here. It's a flat sound, you know, almost white, nothing. So it makes a big difference. Not too slow. So can you just set that piston like this? And I would like you to play before la da do da di do de do de di, just to hear the change between this very joyful thing and then, you know, just I wouldn't say white. A bit, I don't know the name in English, but I would say lugubre. Do you understand that? Lugubre?
Mean like it sounds?
Well, like a cemetery at night. Oh. Open the box. It's not the right piston. We should have the, yes.
Yeah, there should be two here, and then I'm going to three. So these.
The gombe, yeah. Well, anyway. Do, re, do, din, te, di, da, do, da, re, do, sin, ti, da. And now, same tempo, tan tan tan, yan ta da ta, same tempo. Okay, something here also about the legato. You have to play legato until that note. Ti do yam pam pam pam. Yes. Okay. Can you make the left hand note that loud?
You mean physically? Not that loud.
With your fingers.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not with the registration. It's fine with your finger. It's already better. I would like to know how far we can go. I would like to try that first. Do you hear the difference? You know, the organ is not an instrument where you cannot make nuances. This is the first thing to have in mind. When you have that in mind, and when you think about the nuances in your head, instead of just playing the same sound, then everything changes. And then you know that you want to hear this right hand more than the left hand. You will make everything possible to make it that way. Okay, now, because it will be the same thing afterwards, let's go. So the same thing, of course, when you arrive on the cornet here. So it should be really, really joyful. Tondo, especially with the pedal. Yam pom 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 pom. Tam pom pom jim pom jim tam pim. Yes. Yes, and you are absolutely right not to wait here. It's very important to keep going. You know, it's a little bit like in this movie. I was speaking about this movie at the beginning, you know, like in any movie, all the sequences are long. And then when everything just, you know, we have more suspense, then you see a small image and something, and it's exactly the same thing here. So you have to follow this succession of short elements. Now, yes. Don't make any rallentando. Yes. Closed, second time. So why did you change the tempo here? Why? Same thing. And the rallentando is written. Yeah. You see? You don't have to change. It is written on the score. This is normal because, well, Duruflé was student at the conservatoire. Well, Dupré arrived almost. He was a student of Gigoux, but then Dupré arrived. And that was a time where all the people, also organists, said, we don't make interpretation of the organ. I remember my piano teacher telling me that. So on the organ, there is no interpretation. We just play the notes. And that was normal. When you play, for example, a piece by Dupré, well, of course you have to do a bit of your own, but most is in the notes, because it was normal. When you play the first movement of the Symphonie Passion, you play the notes and everything is fine. When you play a chorale by Bach, if you play just the notes, that's a big problem. So the music is not the same. When you play a chorale by Franck, it's also a big problem. But the music by Dupré was not supposed to make some kind of interpretation above the music. And Duruflé wanted to have something musical. So the only way was to write everything in the score. That's why you have so many details, because you have to follow those details if you want to have the music just made by itself. And if you do something like this, then you destroy the music, because Duruflé wrote this rallentando. So you have to follow this. Okay, now, this part. Yes, exactly. No celeste. So it's not the sound lugubre, as I said, you know, the symphony at night, as I said before. It's something different now. It's probably more warm, but not expressive like the celeste would be. So you can have the bourdon more. And you can use maybe the clarinet. What? The open diapason is not enclosed, but the clarinet is. But you will open the box. Open the box of the clarinet. Yeah. Oh, just yeah. Yeah. Usually the clarinet or cromorne on the French organs are very big, very, very big. I remember when I was a child, I used to go sometime to play an organ in Saint-Omer, not at the cathedral, which is a very nice cavaillé chord, but another place. And that was an organ by Gonzalez, so same time of Duruflé. And the tutti, the organ was very soft. The tutti was just, you know, okay, you could speak, we could hear each other, it was not a problem. And then you put the cromorne, and the cromorne was as loud as the full organ. It was like a chamade. Well, of course, it was maybe a bit exaggerated on that organ. But the cromorne is always loud. So don't be afraid to have something which is just like that. Be careful to the two, huh? Ta ti te to tin tam. Ta ti di de do ti di ti. So don't make any break on the left hand. French music égale legato absolu. So I don't like the celeste, of course. Be careful to respect a bit more the triolet. Be careful to have the triolet and triplets and the two. Tia ta 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 ta. Ta ta ti ti to. Ta to. Yes. Same tempo. Gente do dire. Be careful to count. Everybody makes this mistake here. It's too short. Te te to ti ti one. That's more. 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2. Rallentendo i 22. No break. Re la da. No break on the right hand. Once. 2 3 yeah. Okay, if you close the box, that should be on the chord, not after the chord. You can see also that Duruflé wrote that way. That's very important to follow those indications. Can you just do that once more, that we hear the difference? Those two chords with 12 bucks. And now just on the It's not the same music. Allez, fugue. Ah. Why did you open the box at the beginning of the second fugue?
Did you say why don't I?
Why did you?
Why did I? I don't know. I did right here?
Yes, somewhere here.
I was getting started.
Yes. Because I think it's very important to keep that, far away. You know that Maurice Duruflé wanted to be organist at Notre Dame. And with Vierne also. But the clergy and the stories and all that, then Duruflé was not organist at Notre Dame. And he always, he was upset his whole life because of that. But he tried to reconstruct the organ of Notre Dame in Saint-Étienne-du-Mont. The biggest problem is that Saint-Étienne-du-Mont is a very old organ case from the beginning of the 17th century. Very nice, but not that big. And so we can put maybe 35 stops in the organ case. And the organ of Saint-Étienne-du-Mont has 90 stops. So, of course, all the pipes are there, very just like this. And instead of the console between the rug positive and the big main organ case, these pipes, the console is just on the side somewhere. The pedal, they had to reconstruct the main door of the church to put all the pipes of the pedal lying just down under the organ loft. And the fourth manual is above the stairs to go to the organ, on the side. And I must say that it is probably the best keyboard or this instrument. Because it gives, this is the echo, and it gives this effect of a Fernwerk in Germany or something coming from very far away. And it used, of course, this fourth manual to play that, just, and it has to be very soft and coming from we don't know where, somewhere, in the roof. So now, something in the first fugue. You play quite fast. I think for me just a little bit too fast, but I cannot blame you to do that because Madame Duruflé did the same thing. Madame Duruflé played fast, and Duruflé himself played a bit slower and more singing. So you can make your choice, of course. But before making your choice, I would like you to try just a little bit slower and more relaxed. Yeah, can you make something? So I don't know what you think about the way it's totally different. But I would love that. This point is also important. Also, Ravel would have not done that, of course. We have that in Ma Mère Loi. And then, this is the chord. So try to make it more. And then you have the movement going from this note to the highest note on the pedal, the 2 octaves higher. Fa, si, do, re, mi, re, sol. Second step. La, si, do, re, di, da, ta. First step, ta, ta. La, si, do, re, mi. Okay. Can you play that legato? Yes. Okay. So now let's go to that because we don't have too much time, but I would like to hear the rest of the fugue. So keep. Ti da da de da do di. Yeah, same. Don't play not too fast. Ya da da de da do di da. Is it totally closed? No. Yeah, don't open the box. It's totally closed. Is it totally closed?
It is totally closed.
Ah, okay. Yeah, don't make too many breaks like that. Da 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 da. It's the same. Yes, better. Don't open the box.
That's having too loud.
Yes, this is a place which is very important because all of this, you can see that it's not a normal fugue. On a normal fugue, you have everything, you know, in tonic, dominant. It is not the case here. You start in C, then you go on G, then you go in F, then you go in B flat. Finally, to arrive on. So each time you have a lot of new colors by all these flats coming, you know? One flat, two flats, three. So when you arrive here, you see this chord is just, you know, so make something here. Yeah. Ti sin ti sa sin ti do si da ya la si so. Yes, very nice. Okay, you see how it turns? We were with all those flats, no flat anymore, just sharps. We need to hear it. Look at this. Other world. So make me go into another world here. Allez, ti, da, do, re, do, tiens. Do, si, do, do. Et voilà. Keep going. Always. Keep going. And now, keep going. Going. Always. 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 Keep just like this. Always. Always. Yeah. Always, allez. Always, allez. Keep going. Okay. So. Allez. Why do you make this articulation here? Da 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 da. No, no. Da 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 da. Can you just do that once more? Yeah, and without break. Da 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 da. To A, and don't wait.
Don't wait for what?
Here, for this chord, look at the rallentando, it's just afterwards. So, da-da-da-da-da, once more. Ta-de-ta-de-ta-de-ta-de-ta-de-ta-de. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The effect is totally different also if you do that. Just two things before we hear the Vierne. There is something which is important. It's very important to keep going in that piece. Duruflé, at the beginning, wrote with an accelerando until the end. And then because people play so fast, he decided to put some metronome marks. But people still continue to play very fast. And he decided just to remove all of those marks and then just let the music, going up by itself. So it's very important to keep going, really. And something which is also very important for me, I told you that there is some families for pieces, music pieces, and this is the same. It belongs to the same family than the Prelude by Dupré, G minor, but not here at the end. When you look at this part and this fugue and the old Prelude et Fugue, there is no D major chord. No, not one. And the only one that we'll hear is here. But with the septime. So which means that you have to make, just, we try to bring everybody just to that point. So don't go too fast here. If you do that, you will lose this, what you were waiting for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I don't know. You see, it's very important to relax at that point. And it's a little bit like the Weidenklagen by Liszt. When you play the Weidenklagen by Liszt, you have F minor for 15 minutes. And then after 15 minutes, you have finally you have this F major chord. So it's just the same family, the same way of drama in the music. So thank you very much. Thank you. So now, Marseillaise by Vierne. He called that piece his Marseillaise. Oh, he did? Yes. Ta-dum, ta-dum, ton, 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 ta-dum, ton, ta-dum, ton, ton. Same thing. Like that on the French organ.
No?
Oh no.
Okay.
First, because the pedal boards are just totally broken, and you would put some I don't know the name for écharde, some piece of wood in it. Yeah, it's very painful, and they're also very, very dirty. So you have to change your socks each time you play a new piece. Ready? Oh, it doesn't work anymore. Oh, can you hear me? Oh, yes. I have first a question. Okay. Why did you make this break here? Oh.
I was just looking for the piston.
Okay. Good reason. So it was not a musical reason. Okay, all right, good. Because it's very important to keep going there, of course. So I would like you to play once more from the beginning. And let's try how we can make a more French sound. Already, without the mixture. And then. Okay. And then we'll use this. Voilà, with more gravity on the.
Sure.
So I will do it. Okay. I'll manage the registration. Okay, now, can you make more of these articulation? Ta-da-ta-da. Oh, horrible. I said that we should not make the articulations in Vierne's music. And now I'll say, please make these articulations. The context is totally different. Ta-dan, 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 ta-dan. And Vierne wanted that to be done that way. Ta-da, ta-dan, ti-din, ti-dan. Yeah, just the manual once more. Okay, now, can you make some kind of a accentuation on the first note. Ta da ti di ta da di da 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 jam each time. Yeah. When I said articulation for accentuation on the first note, that means also some kind of decrescendo on the left hand. Ta da ta da ta da ta da. The problem, and this is a major problem on the French cavalier coils. The reeds are going bigger and bigger and louder when you go to the bass. So if you play this note and this note, it can be double sound. So, just that kind of thing. If you do this, and you will hear just exactly the opposite of what you need. So we need tiara ta da tiara ta da tiara ta. Okay. Once more. Just on this first chord. Yes, still. Yes. Okay. So, just for you, also for you, of course. You are the player. Do you hear the pedal much more clear now? Because there is no, the left hand and the pedal are not on the same room anymore. You see? So now there is space for the pedal. So let's try again. Be careful not to wait too much. Ta ya ta 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 ta. I think you can make a rallentando before. Ta da ya ta ta da ya ta ta ya ta ta. But this note, the fourth beat, should come a bit earlier. Now, ta 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 da 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 di. Can you make a bigger break? Ta 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 da 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 ti. Ta 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 da da. Just before the A on the left hand. Well, not too much. Yes. Yes. 1, 2, 3, ya ta ta. No break. Ti da 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 di. So it's because you have this the change of the registration, maybe. But you know, don't follow absolutely what is written there. It's normal with French music. At that time, Vierne was organist in Saint-Sulpice, substitute organist in Saint-Sulpice. He was not appointed in Notre Dame. That was in 1998 or something, 97, 98. And Notre Dame was the same way anyway. They used not like every French organist. We are very lazy, you know. When we have a 5-manual organ, it's not to play on the 5th manual, it's to play on the first one. Always. Right. So, which means that here, and this is probably the only way to make the registration working in Saint-Sulpice, even now. You just remove the reed ventals, you remove the couplers, and you play the swell on the first manual. And Widor played his toccata like that, always playing on the first manual, never going there, never. And we have the registration of Widor, so I think it's very important to keep that in mind, because All the French organists made that. There is a good proof of it. If you have the score in your library, have a look to the Banquet Céleste by Messiaen. You will see that the registration is always on the swell, always. He adds stops on the swell, remove the stops on the swell. But it is written swell to great, and he asked to play on the great at the beginning. Of course, not 7 minutes like this, 7 minutes like this. Much better. And this is, it's very convenient when you do that also for the registration, because you have to make your pistons going that way. Of course, there is one place where you will have to play on the swell, because you have to play on too many holes. But at the last moment, I would say, si fa di da di do di ta di da di, maybe here, but not before. And then you can just remove the stops on the first place. Here. So I will do it for you. And then you stay, and you don't break. Et voilà. No, you could make a break here. That's amazing. There is no break at all here in this music. You can see. The slurs came later with Vierne, I think from the second or third symphony, but not the first one. It was not, well. But you have to make some breaks whenever it is necessary. Ti da da da, to da da da. New phrase, ti do di da. It's not a break; it's a breath, actually. Sure. So once more, do di da do dum. Do not open the box. No, because if you do that, it is always a problem on that kind of instrument, but also in France. You will hear the reeds on the first position, and then we won't hear the soprano anymore. Okay. So we need to hear the soprano. Yep. Yeah, you made a very good job now with all the articulation. Thank you very much. It's very good. Because you had this crescendo here, ti-di-da-da-ta, can you do something more also on this note? Ta-di-da-da-ta-da-da-da-ta-da-da-da. Yeah. Just to insist on the crescendo. Yeah. Ta-di-da-ti. Playing to Okay, you can see that the articulation changes here. It's not da da ti do hop anymore. So you have this legato, and because of that, I think you can just stay more. That's on the F sharp. Tom ta re do ti. Make it more expressive there. Yes. Even more. Yado taru di ti. And quieter. Chi-da-di, more relaxed. Chi-da-di-da-di. Okay, this is the place where it was very nice before. Thank you very much. So this is the place where everything will change. This is the same music made before, but with much more excitement. Just do that all the time. Hey, yeah, let's go. Even more. Work like that, it could work. But I think you can do even a little bit more. Especially when you're tien tom chia da da di da 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 di, and then let's go. Let's go. Can you just play a bit before? Yanta tien tim. No. It was fine, but now it's too slow. Yeah, da 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 da. Hey, let's go. Yes, it's much better. So can you just do it once more from the same place? I will try to keep quiet. Ti, pam, pam. Keep going. Good job. Just a few things at the end, because of this trill, try not to change the rhythmical aspect of the pedal. Te-da-dim, te-da-dim, that has to stay.
Try not to stretch going into there.
No. It's very important to keep, because you have the same rhythm all the time. Te-da-dim, te-da-dim. You cannot change. You know Can you imagine on the orchestra the double bass listening to the other? No, just play the te-da-dim, te-da-dim. Then the poco allargando was not enough for me. Like Bernstein in the Mahler second, you know. Maybe what you want. And yes, can you try also to make this very expressive? Okay. Allez, yes. One, two, ti, de, ti. Oh no, no break. Ti. E. Thank you. Good job. Very good job. Thank you. It's time for question if you have. Everything clear? Okay. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for the players. And maybe see you tomorrow, I don't know.